It's time to go on an adventure. Hello everybody, it's Scott here and we are playing through Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. It's been on limited territory release for quite a while, but it's now had its official worldwide launch and it's available on iOS and Android, and I'm currently playing through on my iPad. Now this is the first Lord of the Rings game from EA since 2009's Conquest, so we have been waiting a middle age for the latest title. Just a little bit of Tolkien humor for you there, but was it worth the wait? Well, let's have a look. So what actually is happening? A new ring of power has been found. They must have just forgotten to put it in the poem or something, but it has been found and it has the ability to change history. So we are having to jump into the already told existing stories and make sure they play out how they are intended to play out. This is a lot more influenced by the books rather than the Peter Jackson films. So there's going to be a lot of characters that didn't make their way into the films, but those who have read the books will recognize. And we are jumping into different scenarios and different locales and working our way through scenes that may be familiar, but also slightly adapted in order to add to this narrative of the game. So originally, I was playing through on Weathertop with Strider and Frodo, fighting against the Witch King, okay, but also Arwen was there, corrupted by the evil forces, which is a bit okay. Right now, we are in Rivendell, and we are fighting against the elves who have been controlled by Galadriel, as she has been taken over by the evil forces as well. So it's all a little bit okay, suspension of disbelief for this point of fiction, but it's still steeped in Lord of the Rings. Now, I've been playing on auto just so I could get through this to you. My team has been falling. They are not doing well at all. We've only got Strider left. It doesn't look like he's going to survive this, but I'm just going to attack here anyway. Going to give a perfect opportunity to jump out and show you the upgrading abilities that we have. I'm going to put this on a couple of extra speed just to bring on the inevitable demise of Strider. That is it. The team is down. We are gone. Let's go to the collection. Okay, I'm going to jump out of this. This is the main hub right here. As you can see, all of the tales that have been told are stored within this book that says play. So when we jump into that, we are going through stories that have already been told. We are making our way through them. Now, I'm going to jump on collection in the top left here. This is the cast that we have so far. We've got Frodo, we've got Strider, and we've got Eowyn as well. These are all of the other characters that we can unlock and get. So it is a slightly gacha mechanic. We collect shards of different characters and then we can unlock them. This is free to play as well. So to jump in on store here, again, £20 that you'll be able to get. I believe this is Merry, yeah, Pippin, and some more Frodo so that you can upgrade him as well. But jumping back into the collection, let's upgrade the team that we have so far because they are needing a little bit of extra strength. So there's a lot of different ways that we can upgrade our characters. One, by actually leveling them up on the right side here. You see level up. We're going to jump on that. We can get him up to level 8. That gives an extra bit of power, health, damage, armor, focus, resistance. Wonderful. But also equipping with different armor sets as well. So jumping in here, going to craft Strider's Pipe. We collect materials through each battle and we can use those to put into getting different equipment for them. So we've got Strider's Pipe. That's added some extra damage. We're going to use this parchment to craft a mallet, and that's going to add 21 damage, and we're going to equip that as well. That is wonderful. Now we're on 106. We're going to add armor. Yes, please. By creating a new journal. And then equip that. And how far can we get? Another flask. Yep. And we can equip this. And can we do the whole set? Yeah, why not? Let's get a belt on as well. Now we've got greater resistance, greater health. Ring Bearer, this hero has reached a new gear tier. Reaching new gear tiers increases your hero's overall stats, unlock new abilities, make your friendship and fellowship much more powerful. Great. So now we can add more. And whilst we're at it, let's just keep adding on. Because Strider is somewhat the leader of our team, I'm more than happy to just be pouring all of our resources into him because he's going to try and carry us through. But whilst we're here, let's also level up Eowyn and equip a few things here. Oh, actually, I can just equip all, and it does it all at once. So at least that's a little bit of convenience. Now I'm going to jump back into another match here and talk to you about what I think on this. Let's jump into where we were and skip this little bit of story. So just to give you a little glimpse of what the controls are like, I was playing on auto before. I'm going to turn down the speed here to 1. Now, each character, our team and the opponent's team, has 2 bars above their head. Green means health, and blue is a countdown for when they can attack next. So you want to keep looking out to see who's poised and about to attack first, so we can maybe jump in and try and cut them down before they attack us. So it looks like, yeah, Iowin's next. We have 2 different abilities. The one on the left is our basic attack. The one on the right is our special attack. By clicking on Iowin's here, we get extra might amongst our characters, extra strength, and I think we take a little bit less damage as well. So it's always good to use that. That does take up a lot of mana, and I think with Strider, I'm going to go for this one in the back right. Shove a massive flaming torch in its face, and that is one down. Beautiful. That's one of the Lorians down. Now, as we go through this, I'm just going to be attacking through and hopefully cut our way through. On a personal note, I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. I grew up in the same area that Tolkien grew up, and a lot of the places from my childhood were inspiration for Middle-earth. So I feel a lot of affinity with the books. I love the books, I love the movies, and of course, being a gamer, I love the games. Now, there is a great history of Lord of the Rings games. Some of them hit, some of them miss. This being the latest in the line, it does feel slightly disappointing, I will say, because it is this gacha mechanic. It is somewhat in the same vein as Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, that type of game where you're going through, collecting characters, building up an army, upgrading, and it is lovely to dip your toes back into Middle-earth, back into that lore and all of those fantastic, wonderful characters and environments and all of the history. But it is slightly... I don't know how to explain it. Lord of the Rings is so revered and it is so protected that there's not been much done with the estate. It's not been over-rinsed like other IPs have. So to see a game where it is solely based on, oh, we've got a daily login bonus, we've got these quest bonuses, if you share with us on social media, you'll get extra coins, if you open up your inbox, you'll get extra coins, that type of thing, it kind of makes it feel a little bit, oh, there's nothing so special about this. It's just another one of these games that just happens to have Lord of the Rings attached to it. And it'd be lovely to hear what everybody else thinks in the comments below. It'd be wonderful to hear your thoughts on this as well. But yes, that's my 2 cents. But for the game itself, it's not too bad. Going through, the graphics are lovely. The upgrading system between all the characters, it's very rich, it's very in-depth, but it's not too overwhelming. It's not completely bogged down with lots of skill trees and lots of branches going off in different directions. Instead, it's very simple to upgrade. You're collecting the materials. You may not quite understand everything that's going on at the time, but it gives you opportunities to pick it up as you go. It's not too overwhelming. And when you go through and complete a chapter, so this is chapter 2 that I'm currently on, when you do complete a full chapter, you then go back and play it on hard mode. Obviously, a lot more difficult. The enemies are a lot tougher, a lot more damage. But with that, you can unlock greater rewards to hopefully get more characters and better equipment. And so you can get through and hopefully save Middle-earth. But because of this concept of you diving in and hoping to keep history in line, you also have the chance to rewrite history. There is the light path, but there is also the shadow path as well. I'm yet to explore that path, but reading of the interviews with the developers, that is taking the path of, oh, well, what if the Dark Lord was to win? What if the evil powers were to take over and we were to cut down all of the good? And with that, you get to control the evil characters. You get to control the villains from Middle-earth. And so there's another exciting avenue to go down, and an area which you may not get to explore before, playing as the baddies in Middle-earth. But my friends, that is just a little quick look at Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. Let us know in the comments, what do you think about this? Will you be playing it? Are you a fan of Lord of the Rings? Is this scratching the itch for that Middle-earth treatment that you were hoping for? I'd be very curious to know. But for now, my friends, luck and more to you all, and I'll catch you next time.